Welcome back to Shadowrun Hong Kong. Well, nothing really left to do but to head to Lab 12. So, let's see access codes. 25301 or 44526. Let's go with 25301. Numerical code accepted. Please enter the second sequence. 44526. Verifying. Sequence accepted. Access to the special projects granted. Please have your Omega ID ready at check-in. Alright, let's do this. It's time to end this. Entering special projects will alert the Rapid Response Squad. There will be no turning back. I understand. There's nothing left for me to do here. I've gotten everything I can. Assist. The elevator codes acquired, you head into the enclosed space, watching the ceiling access panel closely as you make your way to Lab 12. Light elevator music contrasts sharply with the smell of sweat and cordite. As the lights on the elevator hit 12, you cover the door and wait. Saying Captain. The security captain studies his fingernail cuticles with quiet intensity. When you approach, he drones out a standard challenge. Please have your ID. When he registers your maintenance uniforms and raises his weapons. Okay, hold on. You should know that maintenance is not allowed to be in here without an Omega level escort. You have 2 seconds to produce an Omega level ID before I open fire. Hey, no need for this to get bloody. Bring him down. I knew this was going to go into a firefight, but I wanted to give them the option of walking away. Okay, let's see. We need to get into cover. Strip some armor. I missed? Okay, well, let's raise Duncan's aim. Now, it's... why don't you put that wonderful grenade launcher of yours to work? Here. I'll have Duncan finish this guy off. I have Gobbet shoot at this guy that's much closer. Should have improved our own aim. Go. Just got one attack left, so 74%. Let's mercy kill him. Ow. Ow. Whoa, is this out? Okay, well, it's a good thing I have a dock wagon. Let's have the others go before I decide what to do with him. Let's see. Go auto. Nice. Garbage should be able to finish him off. Did one. No point in using a spell on that. Okay. Let's get Rubik back into cover. Let's bring him under cover here. Makes grenades less attractive to use. Access card. Can I use some items to heal myself up a bit now? And also, can I give this trade? Can I trade that? Him. Looks like not. Wait a minute. Gear. There we go. Alright. Perfect. Wow, she has 2 decks. I think this is all part of the same deck. It just takes up 2 spots. During combat, I guess. Alright. Let's go. What is that? Lab 12 smells of shiny new computer equipment, and the entire room hums with quiet efficiency. Monitors ping occasionally, broadcasting quiet alerts. The whole environment breathes high-tech serenity. The centerpiece of the scene is a cockpit-like capsule containing the unconscious form of Raymond Black, reclining peacefully on what looks to be some sort of surgical couch. Wires run from myriad assist devices to the back of his head. She takes in the scene. Impressive setup. Josephine Sang must have spent a fortune on this. Duncan's eyes are fixed on Raymond's unmoving body. His voice lowers to a whisper. Holy shit. Raymond. Let's get him out of there. All at once, alarm clock sounds begin to blare. The door that you entered through slides shut, and you can hear the latching mechanism engage. It's locked tight. The pounding sound of heavy footsteps resonates from the other side, bodies approaching and moving at a rapid clip. Whatever we're gonna do, we better do it fast. We're about to have company. Well then. Scrolling through the reams of information on display, you eventually find step-by-step instructions for disconnecting a subject from the machine while it's in a state of operation. The instructions do not look promising. This is hopeless. We can't shut this thing down according to the normal spec. We don't have the time, or the clearance, or the personnel. Maybe if we had a week. Echelon security clearance and an army of lab techs. But we don't. We're gonna have to improvise. Hell with it. Let's improvise then. We gotta get him out of here. Console waits your input. Search for a way to perform an emergency disconnect from the system. Eventually, you turn up an alternative method labeled deeply unsafe for removing a subject from the machine microprocedure. In order to perform an emergency disconnect, you're going to have to reprogram his memory manually using engrams stored in the assistant machine's memory. Doing this through the terminal would take hours. You'll need a decker to guide the process in real time. If you fail to restore Raymond's memories properly, he will suffer catastrophic neurological damage. In the best case scenario, he'll be left a vegetable. In the worst case scenario, he will die. Enable the terminal's jack point and initiate an emergency override. There was nothing. There's something over there. I'm gonna have someone else pick up. Let's get Duncan over there. Find out what that is. A premium medkit. Thank you. I'd like to give it to her, but she has no room. Iz has those. I'll give it to Rubik because Iz is going to be jacked in. Let's get Duncan back over to a spot where he can... That's a good spot for him to be. That is, do your thing. Meanwhile, let's see, I'll get Rubik here. Is there anything else to pick up in this place? And let's get Gobbet here. And, well, I'm not going to have her cast the wall just yet. I'm thinking about it. Well, this has a 3-turn, recharge? So let's see. Fun with me through that. And let's see. Let's grab it. This way. Oh, what's that? You just walked into some nastiness. Ah, bypassed it. Okay. Let's see. This one goes round and round. Oh, all the way over there. Wow. Okay. Just the light go this way. Get a little bit closer. My best bet is to wait until now. And go, 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 go. Yes! Alright, here we go. It's this one. It's this one. The console's display blossoms to life at your approach. Saying Medical Services, Special Projects Division Control Hub. 1. Read me General Practices. 2. Open host engram stream. 3. Log off. Let's look at the general practice file. Scanning the files, you find a list of procedures that governs the safe removal of subjects from the machine. According to the file, all 4 memory engrams need to be locked into the control hub in chronological order. Then and only then can a subject be ejected without suffering permanent neurological damage. Alright, engram for slot 1. I don't have any engrams. Okay. So I need to get the engrams, which I imagine are from here. Alright. Let's do this. So is it just these going around? This will be easy if it's that. That's it? I can bypass these guys, no problem. Go. Why was I attacked? Why did I stop? What happened? Oh, this. Son of a... Okay. Okay, let's see. What's this out? 200. Okay, let's give myself a accuracy boost. Let's hit him with a killer. Good. Oh, there's another one. Son of a... Alright, let's see. Alright, let's strip some armor. We got a Grenadier, Conjurer, Courser. Let's strip his armor. Let's launch a Fireball. Yep. Yes, right there. Oh, all of them. That is good times. Too bad she's hacking, because man, her grenade launcher would be freaking awesome right now. Let's see. She's wounded 8, so let's have her heal herself. Now would be the time for the super totem, I think. Blood Bolt. More Chaos Ball. But he only has 1 AP this turn. Alright, well, we're gonna Blood Bolt somebody. Nice. And Goblet has 1 more attack. I really want to take this Grenadier out. So. 94% on full auto. This should be fun. That guy's done. Let's see if we can... Well, I'm not going to be able to kill the Conjurer, but... And there's more of them. They're attacking the mummy, though. That's good. Better the mummy than me. Mummy's done. Alright, I need to move out of this position where I'm going to be getting seen by that thing. So let me move once to here. And get some cover. Now, 250, 200. Okay. Good. Excellent. Enter password, huh? Mission items. I don't see the password on there. Okay, well, let's just do it the old-fashioned way. 2 M's. Do. That. Nope, there's W here. This one? I think it's this one. Oh, it's W. Crap. It's gotta be. Son of a. Alright, let's try this again. This one. I think it's this one. Engram Bank 1. A flood of engrams streaks by. You hack into the flow, capturing a small clump of tight, distinct memories, tiny and round. One of them glows, set apart from the others in its intensity. The verdant aroma of a stow pond on a late summer day. Its reflective surface is disturbed by a single tear. As the ripples glide from its impact point, a young boy's face is reflected in the water, grief fracturing its innocence. He traces the character for father in the water with his finger. Okay, let's launch Assassin ESP. Oh, that's still alive? How much HP did that thing have? Alright. Ow. Man, she just took some serious damage. Luckily, I can take care of all that. Spell. And let's flamethrower this conjurer. Let's go to him. Strip some more armor. Okay. Okay. This would be a great time for a grenade. Nice. Now, let's finish somebody off. That. Drop it. long as they're firing at me and not at... Ah, there's a lot of these dudes. That wall was a great idea, though. Okay. Missed, of course. And missed. Oh my god. And fucking missed. Are you fucking kidding me? That is absolutely freaking ridiculous. They're all like 80% attacks and I missed 4 times in a row. Alright, let's see. This way. This one. That was easy. A cascade of engrams tumbles as it streams past you. You hack into the current, capturing a thick knot of distinct memories, firm and full. One of them seems to move from within, attracting your attention. The youth center's gymnasium is thick with the scent of adolescent perspiration, marked by a steady diet of cheap soy protein. His authority as youth director is challenged, and although the boy couldn't be more than 12, they stand eye to eye. The boy looks at his graying hair and sneers. "You better know Kung Fu, mister," the pudgy boy says. "I know lots of things," he replies. "Are you smart enough to learn them?" So this one. This one's gonna go here. Let's go. Okay. I need to heal her again. It's gonna have to be Gobbet's turn this time. Oh no! Can't. Oh, Duncan's gonna have to do it with medkits then. It's 27. Let's do another one. Alright, let's see. Ah, I don't have Fireball for 2 more turns. So many enemies. any more summons either. Acid fog.
At least these guys are terrible shots. Damn, everybody just keeps going after her. Good. Hit that time, and critical. Thank goodness. Hit. Thank goodness. Now, I think I want to go this way, right? Let's follow this one. On the perimeter, gotta go. Go! Move, move, move! Okay. One of these, I think. It's this one, isn't it? Tide of engrams rolls past. You hack into the flow, capturing a shard of distinct memories, crystalline and latticed. One of them shimmers whitely, standing apart from its radiance. The scream wakes him like an old friend, as it does every night. He pulls the sheets away from his damp body and stumbles to the bathroom, his heart pounding. He rinses his face and then on the back of his neck with cool water. He looks up from the basin into the mirror and finds an old man staring back at him. Terrified old man. Crap! I kept pressing for her to move and the fucking thing wouldn't move. Well, at least my system trace isn't that high. One more.
Let's get the assassin. How far can go with one? There. Nice. Why aren't we going back to my other characters? I want to freaking heal her. One of these guys is going to hit me for real damage. I'm going to pass out. Actually, only black ones I think do real damage, so I think I might be safe. White, 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 white. Okay. Man, I'm getting an awful lot of turns going here. There we go. Man, my team is so hurt. Well, not like super hurt, but everyone is at least somewhat hurt. Let's take this quick. Still don't have the fireball. I could take this mage out, probably. Takes care of him. Flashbang, huh? Not very good at this, but this should still work right there. Nice. Alright. Wounded 20, perfect. Let's heal her. Reload. Full auto. I'd love to take out this grenadier. And I did. Which is good. I can do a single shot. I'll have to reload next round. Nice. Okay. Let's see. Good. That's taken care of. So the assassin here. And the shield. Alright, good. Last engram. That was easy. The current of engrams twists and churns as it flows past. You hack into the current and capture a cluster of distinct memories, lumpy and fat. One of them hums loudly, calling your attention. Anticipation. The hall is long and ends at his door. He traverses the distance slowly, knowing that he is being observed by his new underlings. And there it is, newly installed, shining like a mirror on a door made from real wood. The brass nameplate. Edward Sang, Vice President of Special Projects. Pride swells within him. So I think I have to put them in order that they would go chronologically. So I have to do the one from his youth, then the one at his job, then when he's VP of Special Projects, and then the old man one last. That would seem to make sense. Let's do this. Wait, why is it only giving me couples? Okay. Engram slot 1. Young boy, then young executive, then middle-aged man, then old man. So, young boy. Young executive. Middle-aged man. Old man. Success! Reintegration process initiated. Is she back out? She's back out. Good, because I need her. I need her grenade launcher. Do your thing, Iz. Sounds good to me. Damn it. That one missed. Let's get her into cover. Post reintegration complete. Disconnecting. Alright, let's see. I think I have a fireball with your names on it. How in the world is that guy? Okay, he's dead. I was like, there's no way he's still alive after that. Flamethrower. That's that. Now I got one left. Closer and into cover, and let's give him some full auto. Not enough. Oh, okay. Well, so I'll just do a single shot this time. Get her reloaded. I can have someone else finish this guy off. Like Gobbin. That's that. Let's release him. The clean room echoes with your footsteps as you approach the capsule containing the assist surgical couch. Through the window you can see that the last 8 years had not been kind to Raymond Black. The trauma of the last few days is readily apparent. The pasty pallor of his skin and the white growth of stubble on his chin make him appear far older than 65. He lies unconscious, his chest barely moving, his eyes sunken and his jaws slack. Carefully applied gauze dressing on his balding head surrounds a gleaming metal port, a data jack. At thin bundle of wires runs from the jack to the device mounted to the capsule wall. Oh my god. Although his voice is small, it echoes loudly through the clean room. Dad? Duncan? I'm here, yeah. Wu glances at you apologetically. Koji's here too. Raymond opens his eyes with a dreamy smile. Hello, Mr. Uehara. Good to see you. He must be disoriented from the assist programming. Looks like we got him just in time. No time to catch up now, right now, Ruben. We gotta move. We gotta go. I'm gonna get you out of there. Disconnecting Raymond from the assist device proves to be straightforward, as does getting him out of the capsule and onto the clean room floor. It feels as if he barely weighs anything at all. Although his breathing is a bit erratic, Raymond seems steady and up on his feet. Lead on, Koji. I'll be right behind you. Getting out is not going to be very easy, I don't think. There we go. The guards are talking amongst themselves excitedly as you arrive. Then they're instantly alert, exchanging nervous glances. Their leader speaks up, addressing them with all the confidence he can muster. We're the last line of defense, and we're going to hold them here. Do you understand? The guards are clearly frightened, but appear ready to follow his orders. You can see his confidence rising at their reactions. Stop where you are, runner. Drop your weapons or we'll open fire. We just took down your whole security network and cut our way through your best squad. You sure this is how you want to play this? The guard looks to his co-workers and nods to you. Nope, this is definitely not how we want to play this. Let's just pretend that we never saw each other, okay? He takes his fingers off the trigger and begins lowering his weapon. Smart play. We never saw each other. The guards lower their weapons. Ah, good times. I knew they'd be smart enough. I mean, I just killed a whole bunch of dudes. Seriously, it's like 3 more guys. You really want to fight me? No, you don't. Smart move. Alarms blare as you hustle Raymond to the Special Project section of Prosperity Tower, but you encounter no resistance. From the Special Project section of Prosperity Tower, but you encounter no resistance. Raymond unsteadily gropes his way through the corridors of the corporate headquarters, holding onto your elbow for support. Occasionally, the old man fingers the gauze dressing on his head with his free hand, wincing when he touches a tender patch. Tense minutes pass between the time you exit the building and enter the MTR station. The team remains on high alert, scanning the streets and buildings for signs of security forces until, like a stream of cockroaches, you scuttle underground into the cool safety of the mass transit tunnels. You pay the fare, grab Raymond, and make your way to the subway platform, the sound of the old man's ragged breathing loudly rushing past your ear. Seconds tick slowly while you wait for the subway train to arrive. One last shootout? I hope not. At least tell me I'm fully healed. The team hustles Raymond onto a subway car, quietly taking up defensive positions and scoping the platform for signs of pursuit. The old man is unsteady on his feet, but insists on standing under his own power. He grabs a railing and holds on with white knuckles as the train lurches forward. A group of tourists sit nearby, staring at him and exchanging meaningful glances. Your crew looks over the old man with the bandages on the back of his head, exchanging meaningful expressions. Raymond squints at the odd group surrounding him, but his nod indicates he understands that he is among friends. Wu drags his goggles off his head, bending his knees to get a better look at his foster father. A tangled knot of relief, compassion, resentment, and hurt churns across the younger man's face as he wrestles with his confused emotions. Fear for his father's health overcomes them all. Raymond? Wow, he doesn't look very good. Raymond turns his head towards Wu's voice. His eyes are cloudy, but there's reassurance in his tone. Duncan, I'm alright. I'm still me. He fights to focus. Are we in a subway? Wu exhales big. Yeah, we're in a subway. You're safe. He drags his attention away from the old man, looks at you. What happened? Is he okay? Far as I can tell, yeah. I fought against the reprogramming. The old man's voice is little more than a soft croak. His eyes are sunken and surrounded by dark circles. His mother's medical technology must be amazing. It's hard to believe he's walking under his own power so soon after the surgery. Yeah, well, Grandma's an amazing woman. Her high-tech brain surgery, her ownership of the cops, her execution of my partner and those runners. Wu's face hardens and stands up straight, glaring down at the older man. Oh, and the way she had the plastic-faced man snatch her own son. Amazing woman. She's a real piece of work, no doubt about it. Yeah, tell me about it. Apparently her son is too. Pain and bitterness drip from Wu's deep, raspy voice. This man, whoever he is, has a lot of explaining to do. Are you ready to start telling us the truth, Edward? The old man tilts his head up to the orc towering above him, and although exhausted, his jaw sets firm. Yes, Duncan, I'm ready to tell you everything. I had planned to explain it all when you arrived in Hong Kong. We're here now, Ray. You are here, and I'm grateful for all you have done for me. All that you needed to do. It's more than just exhaustion. The words are challenging for him to speak. The old man leans back on the wall of the subway car and gathers his thoughts. He seems to swoon for a moment, but then inhales deeply, swallows hard, and pulls himself erect. My name is Edward Tsang. I'm the only son of Josephine Tsang, the CEO of Tsang Medical Services, heir to the company. Before I left Hong Kong, I was the vice president of special projects, the up-and-coming star of the company. Was prosperity one of your special projects? Something you've never seen before washes over the tired old man's face. Shame. You've heard of it. Prosperity. I see. Raymond takes a breath and the labored croak of his voice drops to a monotone. I was part of a project my mother envisioned, to rebuild Kowloon Walled City, a walking neighborhood for underprivileged citizens, fully integrated, with job training programs, co-op childcare, drug counseling centers. It was a new approach to low-income housing in the East, the springboard to prosperity for hundreds of thousands. Yeah, that doesn't sound like the place I grew up in. Raymond is 20 years away, doesn't seem to hear her. Mother personally oversaw every aspect of the project to ensure that every detail was executed properly, chose each project manager herself, chaired regular status meetings with architects, builders, visited the worksite for surprise inspections. She was driven to make her renewed, revitalized walled city a success. Yeah, well, she didn't do too well with that whole prosperity thing, did she? Not true. Mother's planning was excellent, but the walled city wasn't the prosperity project. Raymond covers his eyes with a liver-spotted hand, the dread radiating from him like the stink of decayed meat. Prosperity was something I built at the center of the walled city. A moment later, an invisible grip takes hold of your chest, constricts it, squeezing the air from your lungs. Your vision grays from the edges, and the world surges backward, leaving you suspended in the distance, on the periphery of reality. Something is hurtling towards you, approaching from the fringe of your mind like a bullet train. It screams ahead, closer and closer, until it is upon you, overwhelming you with its presence. And then, nothing. Silence. Until a scream pierces your consciousness, pulls you screaming to its source. You're back in the walled city. The city of darkness. Is that a Yama King? Your mind wrenches, inverts, and then violently jerks you back into your skull. Your stomach cramps hard and the taste of bile burns your throat. A thin trickle of cold sweat slides down the small of your back, and your eyes refuse to focus. Your crew fares no better. Gaba pulls herself from the floor, madness and folly squeaking worriedly in the folds of her clothing. Isabel grips a railing, her back to the group, retching silently. Raptors leans against Koshche, his face ashen, staring at the ceiling. He blinks rapidly, processing. Gaichu stands perfectly still in the center of the car, hands at his sides, his face impassive. Wu breathes deeply, his hands on his knees. That wasn't a dream. He shakes his head like a lion's mane and spits on the floor. That was something else. Gabet's breathing is shallow. She's covered in a thin sheen of sweat. It was a vision. I saw some sort of machine inside the walled city. Isabel turns, squinting in concentration. Her lips are white. It was churning something. It felt wrong. Impossible. I think it was ripping. I don't know. Reality. The orc girl shudders. It was ripping a hole in reality. Something is here, my friends. Something has arrived. I believe we have just fallen in over our heads. Wu straightens up, drawing the back of a wrist across his mouth. What the hell was that, Raymond? No answer. Wu spins to find Raymond cowering, his head in his hands, shuddering and weeping. She's here. Breathe, Raymond. Breathe. Shouldn't have waited. Shouldn't have hid. He looks up at you with bloodshot eyes. She's here. The queen with 1,000 teeth. Raymond rocks into place, hugging himself, staring past you at something only he can see. I left prosperity in there. I left prosperity in there. I left prosperity in there. Uh-oh. Looks like Raymond's gone bye-bye. Shh! Gabet. Isabel whispers her admonishment. Take it easy, Raymond. You're with me, Koji. The old man looks at you as if seeing you for the first time. Koji, you came. Raymond blinks his eyes open. His voice is weak, hesitant, disconnected somehow. Are we in the subway? The right corner of his mouth twitches noticeably. Why is he stuttering? He's not. I used to stutter, and this doesn't sound like a stutter to me. Something else is going on. It could be the visions. It could be the aborted brain surgery. Or some combination of the two. Something bad is happening. It began a long time ago. And I'm responsible. His eyes open. The Queen. Prosperity. The Queen with 1,000 teeth. These dreams, visions. They've been coming to you for a long time, haven't they? Yes. Oh yes. I've been plagued by the nightmares for a long time. Raymond's lips start to tremble. They began years ago, sporadically at first. Vague dreams, wrapped tight with guilt, with shame. Raymond's eyes roll back in his head, and he closes them tight. Until this last year when he searches for the word. The frequency began to increase. Then the imagery clarified, started to repeat. Teeth, thousands and thousands of teeth. He sways for a moment, dizzy, and the sounds of suffering began to drown out even my waking thoughts. That's when I knew I had to come back. The truth, Raymond. Why did your mother have you kidnapped? Why try to erase your memory? To stop me from correcting a mistake. A mistake I made a long time ago. He puts a hand out and steadies himself on Wu's arm. My fault. Prosperity. All these people. These poor people.
When you worked on the walled city? Yes, we rebuilt it in 2031, and you approached too. He fidgets with his gauze bandage. Low-income housing. I was in charge of a special project, an experimental project, one that would help countless people if we were successful. Wu's tone gets a little sharper. We know. We already covered this, Raymond. Prosperity. Shame eclipses the old man's face. You know about prosperity? Wu's tone gets a little sharper. Yes, sort of. We already covered this, Raymond. We know that it's in the center of the walled city, and that Edward Sang built it. Why don't you start at the beginning, Raymond? Tell us what all this is about. The beginning, sometime in the 20s, my mother was awarded he searches for the word, the contract to rebuild the housing development, the walled city. Well, from the results, I'd say your mom kind of blew it. Prosperity failed. Frustration appears in the old man's tired eyes. I told you, the walled city wasn't the prosperity project. Prosperity was the fortune engine I built at the center of the walled city. My special project. Fortune engine? What are you talking about? Who sneers? You can't create fortune, Raymond. You kinda can, gun show. Some practitioners of Feng Shui believe they can do it. Ever heard of the Bagua of the 8 aspirations? Wu looks at Gobbet flatly. No, Gobbet. I must have skipped school that day. Keep going, Gobbet. I want to hear this. Gobbet wrinkles her nose at Wu. It's Neo-Feng Shui. The masters of the craft can map the flow of qi and how it corresponds to different aspects in someone's life. Fame, relationships, creativity, inner knowledge, health, and fortune. That's 6. I thought you said there were 8 aspects. The little orc shrugs. I don't remember the other 2. But one of them was definitely fortune. She looks sidelong at Raymond. So what does your fortune engine do? Fortune engine was designed to improve the balance of qi in a negative qi environment. A negative qi environment? Somewhere shitty, like a slum. Raymond corrects her, like a low-income housing project. I believe that with the fortune engine, the rebuilt walled city might never become a slum. He drifts off for a moment, remembering. Then he squeezes his eyes shut and lowers his head. But the machine malfunctioned. How do you know how to create magic machines, Ray? I thought you were an industrial engineer. I am. I also have several advanced degrees, doctorates in physics, Taoist alchemy. The old man shrugs shakily. My mother pushed me hard to reach my potential. Wu stares at him blankly. A doctorate in magic. Great. Something else we didn't know about you. You guys can work through your family secrets later. Isabel leans in and speaks gently to Raymond. How did the machine malfunction? The mechanism I created to circulate negative qi in the walled city. He brings a liver spot hand to its mouth. It got stuck. Stuck on what? Raymond rises slowly, pulling himself from his crumpled heap. His tone turns instructive. The old Raymond. But this time his explanation is halting and weary. Think of the fortune engine as a sort of propeller blade moving through astrospace, circulating qi, keeping it, he hunts for the word, fresh. When qi flows, when the rhythm is right, the results are positive, fortuitous. When I brought my design for the fortune engine to my mother, she embraced it. He exhales. She more than embraced it. She bankrolled it. Put in her
division of Sang Medical under me to develop. Sounds like a big bet. Raymond nods rapidly. The biggest of her career. Mother said that if the machine could bring fortune to the less fortunate, it would prove my theory. And if it could help the poor, imagine what a fortune engine could do for Josephine Sang. Wu's jaw clenches. But that's not what happened, was it? Something went wrong. The people in the walled city didn't benefit from your fortune engine, did they, Raymond? The old man bows his head, doesn't answer. Dad, what happened to your fortune engine? Raymond's response is barely audible. It got stuck. The mechanism I created to circulate negative chi in the walled city got stuck. You can see Wu's patience blowing away like autumn leaves in the high wind. He rubs his head viciously in frustration. Stuck on what, Raymond? It was a yarmulke. Right? It was a yarmulke. The old man gets a confused look on his face. His lips move soundlessly for several moments. Wu leans in close, drops to a whisper, sieves in his foster father's face. Stuck on what? Raymond winces at Wu's tone and stumbles back a step, but it does the job and the old man focuses. Something in astral space. I wasn't sure what. That sounds bad. The machine started pooling negative chi. The old man's breathing begins to accelerate, and the walled city started to fill with it. Fortunes turned bad. I've been in places where the feng shui was really bad. That's not what I felt when I was in the walled city. No. Chi needs to flow. Eventually, the enormous pool of negative chi became toxic. Fortunes turned from bad to worse. Much worse. Raymond's shoulders slump. Mother's vision for a revitalized walled city fell to ruin. It only took a few years for the toxic chi to turn a brand new housing development into a hellish slum. That was almost 20 years ago. Did you forget to design an off switch? Why the hell didn't you stop the damn machine? I couldn't. Something happened. Part of the malfunction. We couldn't turn it off. Then why didn't you blow it up, wrap it in C6 and turn it into scrap heap? Mother refused. Wu's tone turns icy cold. Why? I never found out. She wouldn't tell me. She would only say that it wasn't worth spending the additional resources to figure out how to fix it, or even how to turn it off. Words start spilling out from the old man. She sealed off the maintenance room. Our engineers poured a sarcophagus of thick concrete around it so that no one could ever find it, even find out what we had done. Then she wrote the project off as a business loss and moved on like nothing had ever happened. Right? Yes. His face flushes and he fidgets with the gauze bandage on his head. After that, I left Hong Kong, started a new life in Seattle. Found you to should have stayed. Tried to do something about it. Wu grimaces, disappointed. You're a coward, Raymond. Yes. Raymond stands up straight, takes a shaky step towards Wu. Yes, Duncan, I was a coward. The guilt, the burden of my cowardice gripped me like a vice that never loosened. It's eaten me from the inside for 20 years. He licks his lips, tries to breathe, and then the nightmares began. Horrible. Still, I kept working on the problem, night and day. That's the work that kept you in the study until all hours of the morning. It took me years, even after you left, to make the connections, find what to do. But I did. I figured it out. And still the nightmares intensified until they became unbearable. I knew I had to come back, fix what I had done. That's why I contacted you, to help me see it through. Wu mumbles something, but all you can make out is the word coward. Wait, there's still a piece missing. What's causing the visions we're all having? Raymond's voice flattens. When the machine malfunctioned, when the circulator became stuck in astral space, it lodged in another domain. He sways and his lips begin to tremble. And something lived there. Not good. The old man begins to drift. After 20 years of constant force, the circulator finally began to tearing astral space, created a rupture in her domain, begins rocking in place, and now she's pushing through, and now she's pushing through, and now she's pushing through. Yeah, she's pushing through all right. Who snarls at his foster father, the queen with 1,000 fucking teeth. The thing you brought here, Raymond. Raymond stops his rocking, becomes fully lucid. He snaps back at Wu. I understand that, Mr. Wu. That's why I came back. I believe she's only partially here. She hasn't pushed all the way through yet. She's probing her new hunting ground. The emotional strain of his snap at Wu rattles him again. I know what to do now. How to extract the circulator. Shut the machine down before she can fully manifest. Just get me to the center of the walled city, to the fortune engine. I will do the rest. Please, help me. Help them. You helped us overcome some hairy mistakes when we were kids, Ray. Now we get to help you fix yours. I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can go back in there. The little Decker's eyes open wide, more white than iris. Her breathing becomes faster, shallower. It's not just a thing in the Rubik. It's a Yama King, a demon goddess. We're trapped, Iz. We can't run, and believe me, I want to. It's all I've been thinking of. The rat shaman's shoulders rise with tension. But the APB is still out on us, and those visions, I got a feeling they're not going to stop unless we make them stop. And that fragile old man's the only way to do it. She looks down at her friend. Her voice is gentle. We've got to take him in there, Iz. We've got to help him fix this. I, for one, wish to see this fortune engine. I am intrigued. Ractor's pale eyes glint. I willingly go. Gaishu's face remains impassive, but his eyelids lower in anticipation. I have the opportunity to kill a god. I cannot allow the opportunity to pass unanswered. Wu's voice drops to a mumbling. I hate this fucking country. I hate this life. Koji's right. We owe you, Raymond, and I'm not walking away from that. I'll help you fix your mess or die trying. Then we'll be even. He stares evenly at Raymond, his voice cold. I'm no coward. Can you get any more karma? Talk to the Triad Soldier. Over there, huh? Well, I don't want to... This episode's already been going a while, and this is obviously not going to end in like 5 minutes, so... Let's leave off here. Did I get any more karma? 17! Woohoo! I got karma to spend! I hope I get some money, too. Alright, cool. So, we'll leave off here, and we'll pick up here for what should definitely be now the final run. I don't know how many episodes it's going to take, but we'll start it off next time.